Hello and welcome back to episode 24 of The Outer Worlds. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. So I took care of a few things in between episodes. I really just cleaned out some inventory and applied some armor mods, nothing big. But we are now at that one place. The space station that we're gonna steal. For the company that is criminals.
We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
Getting the power running might cheer the place up, huh? One case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. Warning, contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines, regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company-authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposefully sit, stand, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any actions taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosives provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety. Safety and quality not guaranteed. For many shipments to come. Thank you, and have a pleasant detonation. Am I going to get some? Or am I just going to step on some? Door not operational. The idea that somebody would just allow a space station to sit abandoned.
Enter in quiet mode.
Do it more quietly, please, Sam. It's pretty baffling, isn't it? Another sawed-off shotgun. Enable access memory, terminal power below 5%. Alright. Well, I guess that's our priority, isn't it? Whoop. Sam, I don't like whatever you just did. Don't do that anymore. Blank UDL keycard. I guess I'm going to need that once I got the power on. I would really like a mag to melt, please. In case you're wondering, I have not yet done the modding thing that I was talking about considering in the previous episode. It is still on the table, but I'm not there yet. Alright, that's where I was. So we've got restore power and override terminal. Oh, Sam, you're so loud. I might swap in from one of my other companions. A live birth? I hope that's not what you said. Can't use this one either. Why would I? Oh, hey. Those mines that I was whining about. UDL identity cartridge. I think that means I can use my holo thingy. Glacier water. Why are you keeping energy cells in the kitchen? And helmets. Let's try the door first. Nope. More mines. I wish they could be mine. So I believe that's 3 restricted doors we've passed through now. Oh. Maintenance mode is active. Minimal functions available. Modify generator mode. Critical issues. Issue 1. The toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 1243 days ago. Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate Alta Vita gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta Vita gas is toxic to humans. Admin override priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the Alta Vita gas tank storage room. So it doesn't matter. Issue 2. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Repair toilet. Or error work order already exists. Existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last scanned 991 days ago. What happened to the other one?
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation.
What's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
My team has already handled the issue, soldier.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I already reactivated the automechs.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Nice. So does that mean I don't have to fight all the automechs? I think it does. They're all around, though. So... Oh, moving consumes my, Hollow Shroud power. Okay. Override terminal. I hope I don't have to listen to that noise too many times. You asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale, their commitment to the project? Of course, morale is low. You give those PhDs tanks of nucleon scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband. But she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for an early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. The security routine screen is blank. Why is that? I don't know. Hello, robots. Well, that's a problem, isn't it? Goodbye, robots. I'm just gonna refill my battery real quick. What is the deal here? I need to get down there. How do I get down there? There's nothing else going on here, is there? Yep. That is it. So what do you suppose the 3 little ellipses mean next to the bar? Do I have multiple charges? Or when that bar runs out, am I just done being sneaksome? It might not have blown up since I had the shroud, but I think it's better to not take a chance on it
Lively, Captain. Floor's got teeth.
blowing up in the future. Oh, okay, that floor is electrified. Electrical control room key card. I believe I know where to get one of those. Where did I find that door? I think that answers my question. It just ran dry. Here we go. Oh. No, it turned off. It didn't refill. Alright, so I've got a blank card and code key card. There we go. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables. But all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. James is gone, and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Kimball thinks there will be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Okay. Well, now we don't need to take the back way. Now, which way was that? It's this way. Keycard. Antibiotics. Security routines. UDL Electrofloor 3000 is online. Disengage. Was there more? Personal files. Kimmel came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet, just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint. And a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Well, what unpleasantness am I going to find on the other side of this checkpoint? That's a person in a tank. Sam, get out of the line of fire, please. Thank you. You'll be alright. I guess I found the dormitories. They're basically prison cells. They don't even have windows, although why would you want to look at the hallway? Gimme, come on, give the thing to me. At one point I had a mod for Skyrim that just picked up any botanical stuff that I got near. I always liked that one. Alright, we got some enemies in here. Yes, we do.
C2-5-4-7. Grade rated contaminants.
Dr. Claire Pearsall. Current status alive, unstable condition, stasis setting active. Subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. Charles McNulty, status alive, unstable condition, stasis setting active. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. What is going on here? James Guthrie, alive, extremely unstable condition. Subject will need extensive nucleon resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you and fix all this, I promise. They don't look particularly messed with, do they? Security routines. Unlock personal headquarters. Sublight override cartridge. Alright, there we go. Purpose: biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nucleon using strands obtained from halcyonated fauna, aka Raptidon. Oh, good. It has come to my attention that a culture of mistrust has soured relations between 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in Halcyon Colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. That is not how you build a team. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it felt like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him. Freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Laura walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. I wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all of our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my support and transmitted our recall notice. We're just awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Who is this? I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted. Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end state is achieved. Executive override, password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me that they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? 1084, the misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override, save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right?
We can, but, we have more...
No short trip from Cascadia?
Oh, that's an interesting detail, isn't it? Facial mask. So this must be Chartrand's quarters? Yeah. Take all the stuff. Okay. But now we have a slight problem. Because our hollow shroud is gone. Huh. But the robots don't care, because I turned them off. Is there more for me to do here? Lilia Hagen? Yeah, I just need to go back to the place, right? Yeah. I wonder. That was an interesting thought that Parvati had. I wonder if I can go and find Chartrand and talk to him or her about it. Doesn't matter now. Sublight owns the station.
I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
Yeah, me either. Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
I wonder how much I'm going to have to mess with people before the board starts sending hit squads after me. We'll stick with the peoples we got. That's got to happen, right? It's always been a thing. Pretty much everybody likes me at least a little bit.
You been watering my plants, Sam?
Cannot process the command watering.
I mean, cleaning. You been cleaning my plants?
Sanitization of photosynthesizing organisms is outside of this unit's operational parameters. Service cannot be rendered as requested. Designated caretaker.
Just try not to clean the walls and the floor and my bed and the ceiling too, alright?
Affirmative.
Good talk. I like this pairing pretty well, but I think I might try and swap... Did I say that already? Try and swap Sam out for the doctor girl. I checked her out a little bit when I was leveling up in between episodes, and her perks look like they might be decent. Including one that can occasionally convert a kill shot into a heal, which is pretty cool. What do you suppose that's about? That's not the first useless switch I've found either. I found one on, I think it's on Monarch. Hello there.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tanks.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
Oh, I want to lie for the XP, but
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
I might have. Why can't I do this one? I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Bad news, I take it?
Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Well, not so open that my brain falls out, but, yeah, I can do that.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it. Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
Many.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
This is either going to be really cool or really silly, and it could very well be both. So when you say aliens...
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Well, that's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Ruh-roh. Tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species. I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
Your concern for the fate of our species is admirable.
You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where does Chartrand fit in?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
Sounds messy, but I'll take it.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Okay, well, my plan is to go find Chartrand and see what she's got to say about all this and see if I can detect any actual alien involvement. However, we are all out of time for episode 24. Come back and see me again in episode 25, and we will make a trip to Byzantium, maybe. Talk to you soon.